You guys are defense attorneys. You know. I would ask you to raise your hands if you think I'm telling the truth, but I'm not going to do that. It's time for a change. Don't let him spin this thing. He's responsible. The buck stops with him. Enough is enough. No more deaths. No more violation of constitutional rights. People in there being beat up, chained to whatever, getting worked over, mentally ill being put in general population. He needs to take responsibility. It's time for a change. But don't let him blame the Oklahoma legislature. They've got problems up there. They sure do. But don't start blaming us because you don't get the subsidy and you want that money. And the per diem rate, I think Judge Elliott said, you're throwing your per diem rate, it's like throwing it at a dartboard. It's deflection. Don't listen to it. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next question, Representative Christian. What more can be done at the Sheriff's Office to reduce overcrowding at the jail?
I think we've got some bondsmen here in the audience. How about this? This is kind of a novel concept. You get thrown in jail for driving on suspension. How about once you get out in a couple of hours, like every other county in the state? 76 counties, that's the way it operates. But from what I've been told, it's taking 36 hours. You guys are lawyers, again. Well, when you look to have a class action lawsuit, improper imprisonment, book and release. The only reason he's doing this is to generate fees. The sheriff complains about overcrowding, but prisoners are dying alone in the cell. How is that happening? He violates constitutional rights. There was an incident just a little while back, a lady by the name of Viola Rose. District judge dismisses the case. She spends 3 weeks in the Tower of Terror. 3 weeks. You guys have a name. Lawsuits are coming. If President Obama called Sheriff Whetsel today and said, I'd like you to take all of our Guantanamo Bay prisoners, you think he'd take it? Be careful how you bet. I'll bet he'd take it. It's all about money. Cash register justice. That's my answer.
Thank you, sir. Sheriff, what more can be done at the Sheriff's Office to reduce overcrowding at the jail?
Well, it depends upon what your definition of overcrowding is. The state fire marshal says we can hold 2,890 in the jail. And that's a horrible number to try to hold. But they say we're not overcrowded until we hit 2,890. Our optimum population in the jail is somewhere between 2,200 and 2,400. Today we have about 2,250 inmates in the Oklahoma County Jail. And one thing I will address, we don't get paid when people get booked into jail. That's ludicrous. We have a contract with Oklahoma City to hold Oklahoma City inmates. They pay us about $2.2 million a year in a flat fee, flat sum. It doesn't matter how many they book in, they pay us a flat sum. The Oklahoma County Budget Board gives us a flat sum of money. They don't pay us per inmate to book people in. So we're not getting paid to book people in or release people from the Oklahoma County Jail. That's just not true. The Criminal Justice Task Force that we're working on is working on issues about how to reduce the population. As a matter of fact, it's working on issues on how we can build a smaller jail, a new jail, and make it work more efficiently. You know, one of the things we need to go to, our jail currently is nothing but a indirect supervision jail, which means there is a wall and a glass in front of me if I'm working inmates. And a direct supervision jail means I'm sitting at a table and it's open between me and the inmates. You have a much better much better action from the inmates, and the officers and the inmate get to know each other. The fact is that every week there are between 750 and 850 people booked into the Oklahoma County Jail every week. And there's also that many that are released. So we're running between 1,600 and 1,700 people in and out of that facility and in that small booking and releasing area every single week. Do the math on time. Do the math on time. It's because of the great numbers that are coming coming in and that are going out. And one of the things that this criminal justice task force is working on, how can we reduce the number of people that actually get booked in? We're working with Oklahoma City now on a fast track program. We have actual, we actually have the tanks set aside where we can separate Oklahoma City under 10-hour holds, under 24-hour holds, so we can do fast release. And we're also totally redoing our receiving area to also deal with the time issue.
Thank you, Sheriff. Some complain that the